Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the online class. So, we have stopped by just starting the derivation, that is, give an illustration for the conservation of mechanical energy in case of a freely falling body or in case of a ball dropped from a cliff. So, what we have done, let us consider a body of mass m. Initially, it is at the height h, that is at the point A. Let us drop it from the height h. When it reaches the point B, let the height from A to the B be x. And when it reaches the point C, from B to C, let the height be h minus x. When it is at the point A, so let us consider from the point A, okay, at the point A. What is the potential energy at the point A? Potential energy at the point A is m g h. M is mass, g is acceleration due to gravity, height is h. What about the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy, when it is at the point A, it is at rest. So therefore it is not moving. So kinetic energy is equal to 0. Therefore, what about the total energy? Total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, that is equal to 0 plus mgh. Correct? So total energy at the point A is K is equal to PE, that is equal to mgh. Let it be point number 1. Total energy is equal to mgh. Okay, next, as the body falls, now it is falling down from the initial position. So what we can do, it is a falling down, and let the body come down, move with the velocity, increasing velocity due to the acceleration due to gravity. When the ball is released, it starts moving with increasing velocity. Moving with increasing velocity. It starts moving with what? Increasing velocity and acceleration A. You write down acceleration A. That is A is equal to G, because acceleration due to gravity. So when it reaches the point B, at B, what about the potential energy at B? Potential energy is equal to, mass will be m, acceleration due to gravity is g. What about the height at the point B? The height at the point B is, from the ground, is h minus x. From the height B is h minus x. From the ground, at the B, height is h minus x. What about the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So this is the nothing but kinetic energy. But total energy, I can't add it directly because this is in terms of velocity. Whether we can convert it into some other form? Yes, using. But according to equation of motion, V square is equal to V naught square plus 2AX. Correct? At the point B, final velocity, what? Let the final velocity be. What is the final velocity? Be V itself. Then what do we get? V square is equal to, at the point B, for this when we consider from here, from where? From up to down it is coming down. So what I can say, initial velocity is 0 because initially the ball was at rest, plus 2g, height is h minus x. So can I write v square is equal to 2g h minus x? 2g h minus x. If it is 2g h minus x, then one doubt what I can say is, see, when we speak from here, we cannot write it as h minus x. What we can write, height is directly x. We all of us do the mistake of this one itself when we do. That is, we always consider this height when we write about B. That we should not consider. We should consider when we speak from the point A, from here to this point, what is the height we have to see. So, this height is x. That is why we wrote x here. Understood? So, we can write 2gx. Let us mark this equation as A. Substitute above in A. This implies kinetic energy is equal to half m. V square is 2gx. 2 gets cancelled. mgx. Therefore, total energy at the point B is total energy at the point B is E is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. What about kinetic energy at the point B? mgx plus potential energy is mgh minus x. Then mgx plus mgh, plus into minus is minus mgx. mgx gets cancelled. Total energy is mgh. Let it be equation number 2. Okay. So what we have done, let us consider initially the body of mass m be at a height h from the ground. Then potential energy of the body when it is at the height A is mgh. Kinetic energy is 0 because it is at rest. Therefore, total energy is equal to mgh. Let the ball released from the height and it starts moving with the increasing velocity and acceleration is due to the gravity g. So, at the point B, potential energy be mgh minus x. Why here we have substituted h minus x? Potential energy we always consider from the ground. So, therefore, h minus x. Kinetic energy we started from the top. So, therefore, what we do? Half mv square. We want to substitute v. So, therefore, according to equation of motion, we can write v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax. So, therefore, we can write initial velocity is equal to 0. So, 0 plus 2gx. So, v square is equal to, what do we get? 2gx. Substitute above in 1a. So, we get kinetic energy is equal to mgx. Total energy is substitute mg kinetic energy and potential energy value, plus into plus is plus into minus is minus. So, mgx gets cancelled. So, E is equal to mgh. Next, at the point C, we have to see. So, what shall I do? Shall I erase the question? Yes, I hope you have already written all the questions. So, I will erase the question. You can see all the points which is written in the board, right? I hope you can see it. Okay, I will erase this heading. Now, can you help me for at the point C? What can be done? At C, just reaches the ground. That means maximum kinetic energy, minimum potential energy. So, potential energy at ground is 0, kinetic energy is maximum, that is half mv square. What about V? Can we write it in other form V? How can we write V? So that we can write same way according to equation of motion. Equation of motion, V square is equal to V naught square plus 2ax. For this height, for this at the point C, what we'll do? From the top only we should consider, because it was at rest at A itself. So therefore, initially the object was at rest. So now velocity when just reaches the ground is V square is equal to 0 plus 2g. What about the height when it reaches that point? Height, total height is h now, correct? Earlier it was this. Now total height from A to C, that is 2gh. So we can write V square is equal to 2gh. Substitute in B. Substitute above in B. This implies kinetic energy is equal to half m. V square is 2gh. 2 gets cancelled, that is mgh. Therefore, at the point C, total energy is equal to, total energy E is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Kinetic energy is mgh plus potential energy is 0. Therefore, total energy is mgh. Let us mark it as equation number 3. Now compare the equation number 1, 2 and 3. Whether the expressions are same? Yes. Total energy at the point A, A is equal to total energy at the point B is equal to total energy at the point C. So what we can say, at all the points expressions are same. Hence the energy, mechanical energy of the system is conserved. See, conserved means it is remaining the same. Nowhere the energy has been destroyed. It is remaining as it is. So what we have done, initially the object was at rest with the mass m at the height h. So at the height h, at the point A, starts from here. At the point A, potential energy is equal to maximum, that is mgh, and kinetic energy is equal to minimum, that is 0. Therefore, we can say total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Substitute the values, we get the expression for total energy, that is mgh. Now, we will just release the body from rest. It starts moving down. Correct? With the increasing velocity and due to the acceleration due to gravity, when it reaches the point B, which is at a height x from A, that is potential energy, that is height from the ground, when we compare it is h minus x. So potential energy is equal to mgh minus x. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. If we write directly this value, we cannot add it. So we will go for the equation of motion, that is v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax. Initial velocity was 0. So 0, 2gx, x is the height from A to B. So we get v square is equal to 2gx. Substitute in this equation. So we get kinetic energy is equal to mgx. Now again, the total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So we get mgx plus mgh minus x. Mgh minus mgx, mgx gets cancelled. Mgh. Next, at the point C, when it comes down and reaches the point C, it will have maximum kinetic energy and minimum potential energy just before reaching the ground. So again, using the equation of motion, v square is equal to v naught square plus 2gx. X is nothing but height, that is h from the A to C. So 2gh, v square is equal to 2gh. Substitute the above in equation number B. We get kinetic energy is equal to half m 2gh. 2 gets cancelled. So total kinetic energy is equal to mgh. Again, total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, that is nothing but mgh. Now compare equation number 1, 2 and 3. You have to write at the end. Comparing equation number 1, 2 and 3, we come to know that the total energy of the system is conserved. So we completed one big derivation which is very important for 5 marks. Okay, it's a really very important derivation for 5 marks. Shall we go for the next derivation? The next one is also a very important derivation. Please, you have to go through properly. The next derivation is about the illustration of conservation of mechanical energy itself, but not by using a ball kept at a height and dropped from a height, or an object kept at a height. The next derivation is regarded to the bob, pendulum's bob. Some of you have already completed the experiment of the simple pendulum, some of you yet to complete. But you have already seen the apparatus when you came to our lab. So what we are going to do is, using that simple pendulum, we are going to derive the expression for conservation. We are going to prove that energy is conserved. Next, please draw the diagrams for all the 5 marks questions. The diagrams are important. 1 mark will be given for the diagram. Okay. Give an illustration for the conservation of mechanical energy in case of give an illustration for the conservation of mechanical energy in case of a bob suspended by a light string. In case of a bob suspended by a light string, which completes a semicircular trajectory, in a vertical plane. Or this question can also be asked as, obtain the expression for velocity at different positions for a body moving in a circular path in a vertical plane. This is how they can ask the question. Okay. Either they can ask like this, or they can ask the question like this for the next question. That is, give an illustration for the conservation of mechanical energy in case of a bob suspended by a light string, which completes a semicircular trajectory. So it should complete a semicircular trajectory, half. semicircular trajectory in a vertical plane, or obtain the expression for a velocity at different positions or for a body moving in a circular path in a vertical plane. In a vertical plane, when a body is moving, you have to find out the expression for velocity at different positions. So what we have to do, let us consider what? A body of mass, or let us consider a bob of mass m. Consider a bob of mass m suspended by a string of length L. We have considered, draw the diagram, okay? Let us consider a bob of mass m of length L. In a lab, what you wish to do? You wish to give the oscillation, correct? Like this, pull it, leave it, it is to go oscillate. Now what we will do? We will give it a velocity, its horizontal velocity V0. It is fixed at the center O. So what happens when you start moving? You want to move it, so it makes a rotation and it completes one circle. Okay, it completes the circle like this. Okay, circular. So what we are going to do, we are going to consider a pendulum of mass or a bob of mass m of the having the string of length L. We will give a horizontal velocity V0. When we give the horizontal velocity V0, it starts moving. Correct? When it starts moving so we are going, let us consider this as the lowest point A. When it reaches this point, let it be B. When it reaches, the bob reaches at this point B. Shall I say length is same? Yes, because it is fixed. Okay, length is the same. Its velocity will be different. Correct? Which value will give for velocity when it reaches that point? That is B. Shall we give the velocity as VB? Okay, let that velocity be VB, because when it is moving in a circular path, always the velocity value is different at different points. When it reaches the point C, let this point be C. When the bob reaches the point C, what happens? Again its velocity be changed, that is, let it be VC. But always this length is L only, this length is L, this length is also L. See, when the body or pendulum's bob reaches the point C, it has completed the semicircular path. Your question is that it should complete the semicircular trajectory in this vertical plane what we have considered. So in this vertical plane, our bob has completed the semicircular trajectory now when it reached the point C. Do you agree for this? So what we have done, let us consider a bob of mass m having the string of length L. Initially, let us give the horizontal velocity VO at the lowest point A. Well, when it reaches the point B, let the velocity be VB. And when it reaches the point C, then let the velocity be C. See, when we suspend the pendulum like this, what happens? Can I see it stands stiff? And when you start rotating it like this, when it reaches this position, that is topmost position, that is C, the string will not be having tension. If you leave it suddenly there, it will fall down. But when you leave it here, it will not fall down. Its tension will be there in the string. Do you agree? So at the point C, tension will be equal to 0. It lags. Only if you continue, it will continue. Otherwise, if you suddenly stop there, it will fall down. Correct, no? So therefore, what I can say, here the tension is 0. Here there will be tension. So what and all forces are acting on this body when it is at the point A? When it is at the bob is at the point A, 1, due to the weight, the force is acting on the body, another one due to the tension, the force is acting on the body. So what is the total force exist in the body at the point A? So at the point A, the total force present in the bob is F is equal to T minus mg. Correct, no? The force present in the body at the point A is F is equal to T minus mg. Now look here, what force exists that will make the body to move in a circular path? Yes or no? Whatever, isn't it? When you start giving the oscillation like this, or when you give a rotation like this, it will move in a circular path. When a body is moving in a circular path, what is the force acting on the body? The force acting on the body is centripetal force. So this force provides necessary centripetal force. So what I can say, the force acting on the body is mv square by r. Centripetal force expression is mv square by r. Velocity is v naught. R is our length, that is L is equal to T minus mg. What do you say? Am I right? So I can write m v naught square by L is equal to T minus mg. So this is the expression what we get at the point A. So one more. Can you help me? What is the total mechanical energy of the system? It is moving. We have given the velocity. So total energy present at the point A is only due to the kinetic energy. That is, total energy at the point A is how much? What is the total energy at the point A? Total energy is equal to half m v naught square. Total energy is equal to half m v naught square. So let us mark this equation as 1 and let us mark this equation number as A. Okay, 1 and A. Now next we'll go to the topmost point at the point C. What happens at the point C? Okay, bottom is over. So we'll go for the topmost point A, C. At the point C, what happens? What is the total force acting on the body? Total force acting on the body is due to the weight only, because tension is equal to 0. We have already explained. I have already explained to you. So I can write F is equal to T minus mg, but at that point T is equal to 0 minus mg. So I can write F is equal to mg. Correct, no? At the point C, tension is equal to 0. Only the present what force acting on the body is due to the weight. So I can write F is equal to mg at the point C. Now, shall we consider what is the total energy? What is the total energy? Total energy. Before considering the total energy, let us see what is kinetic energy. Because when it is reaching the point C, it is having both potential energy and kinetic energy. That is, kinetic energy is equal to, what is the kinetic energy? Half mvc square, correct? Plus mg, half mvc square plus, not plus, half mvc square, only this. And potential energy is equal to mgh, mg. H is what now when we consider from this point? The height is 2L. Correct? So we can write 2mg. L is nothing but the potential energy. Therefore, total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, that is half mvc square plus 2mgl. Half mvc square plus 2mgl. So what do we get? How to convert this? Using the equation of motion. Can we continue? How to continue? We cannot add Vc square with the mgl. How to convert it? See here, we got F is equal to mg. What is F? F is nothing but due to the centrifugal